Namaskar and a very good morning to all of you. His Excellency Mr. Kenji Hiramatsu, Ambassador of Japan to India, Mr. Kojin Nakakita, Managing Director, Hitachi India Private Limited, Mr. M. K. Anand, MD and CEO, Times Television Network. Ladies and gentlemen, at the outset I would like to thank Hitachi and Times Network for organizing this social innovation forum at a very appropriate time. India and the world is transforming. Technology is at forefront. Every day we see a new disruption which changes the life of people. We have experienced in the 20th century, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji used to say that we need to connect villages and cities through roads. He used to say that roads are way to economic transformation. When one village is connected by road, the healthcare, education reaches the village through that road, and the farm produce milk, vegetables from the village can reach cities. So it transforms the life of people living in village, and at the same time it accelerates the entire economic activity. Now in 21st century, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has realized that we need a further communication. We need highways, we need roads. But now is a time when we build digital communication, the digital highways, the digital roads, because the digital highways and digital roads to the cities and towns and villages have capacity to transform overnight, to leapfrog, to change the life of people. Atalji pioneered Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, the golden quadrilateral, which united the entire India, and Modi ji, with his Digital India initiative, is integrating the entire country and making it a single world where the gap between a city and a village is bridged. Technology has a capacity to provide a level playing field. It's a leveler, it's an equalizer. It's a tool towards equity. And as it is said, every extraordinary situation requires extraordinary solution. You can beat an idea with a bigger idea. And that bigger idea is technology. That bigger idea is social innovation, through which we can change lives of people overnight. When a connectivity reaches a village, the village gets transformed. The quality of education, which is lacking in village, is improved overnight. And the same quality of education which is offered in city can be offered in a village. Gone are the days when we used to say that who will go go to the villages for health care. Even today, we don't find doctors who would go and stay in the villages. Fine, the technology is a solution, it offers a solution. I remember I went to an innovation forum of Amazon, and I could find a startup which was into artificial intelligence. And through that artificial intelligence, they created an intelligent machine which could read the retina. 30,000 images of retina were fed to the machine. And a person who is having some problem with eyes or retina, just a photograph would analyze every single thing which has happened to the retina in 2.5 minutes. You will get a report with a solution. So the need of an ophthalmologist or a doctor is, I won't say eliminated, but can be bridged with such intelligent machines. If you put them into the rural landscape, the scarcity of secondary healthcare, tertiary healthcare can be bridged. Although I always feel that machines cannot be more intelligent than human beings. We still require human beings because human beings created machine. But machines have a capacity to be neutral. And so is the technology. The technology has a capacity to be neutral towards the rich and poor. It doesn't see who is using it, what is the social strata. So I think this social innovation, which is taking a center stage in our lives, is very important, and we need to leverage this situation to transform our country and the world as well. Government of Maharashtra has pioneered many initiatives, whether it is citizen-centric services, where on 2nd of October, all our services would become digital. Today we have 200 services which are digital, but on 2nd October, all the services in Maharashtra would be available on a digital platform and also on a mobile app. And that would enable people to avail all the services digitally and would eliminate any human intervention that would ensure efficiency, transparency, and inclusion as well. So I think there is a time when I will claim that none of the citizens from my state will have to visit any government office for any service which he wants to augment. All the services will be available to him either on his handheld or on his PC. And I think that is what is needed. That will increase the efficiency. Today Maharashtra is the first state where we have completed the CCTNS program, the crime and criminal tracking network system. All our police stations are digitally connected, are online, are connected to central server. They are talking to each other, the data is speaking to each other. And with that initiative into the tracking of crime and criminals, we can create a database which is very effective. And our pilot in Pune has started, where the police station or the jurisdiction of a police station would not be an issue. And once this pilot is successful, any person will be able to lodge an FIR to any police station from any part of Maharashtra. There will be no police section, no bar, and will get all the information through the digital interface. We are trying to create enterprise architecture in our cities. Mumbai, soon we will roll out our plan where we are creating 1200 hotspots which will be available to people. And with those 1200 hotspots, Mumbai will become a Wi-Fi enabled city, and this Wi-Fi will enable people to use all the citizen-centric services, and we will leverage it to create smart transport, we'll leverage it to create smart parking, we'll leverage it to integrate the entire transportation system. Same architecture is replicated in Nasik, in Pune, in Nagpur, all the major cities. I think the program of smart cities is not just for the affluent few, but in fact, it is a program which has an ingredient of inclusion. It's a program which will include all sections of society and bring them into the process of development. So is our program of connecting and taking fiber to all the villages. I would claim that one of my district will become a digital district on 2nd of October, and by December 2018, all 29,000 gram panchayats will be connected with fiber, and all my villages in Maharashtra will be digital villages where healthcare, education, agriculture, market, everything will be on a digital platform, and whatever knowledge is available in the country and world will be transformed and transferred to the villages. I think this Social Innovation Forum will add to what we have thought, will provide solutions to what we want. And I think this is the right time when two big institutions, Hitachi, which has pioneered technology, and Times Network, which is one of the biggest media house, have come together. I'm sure this forum will not only contribute to change the lives of people, but also would be a stepping stone towards better India. With this, I would like to close my words because I have another session, and if I speak everything now, nothing will be left for me to speak. So thank you, Hitachi. Thank you, Times Network. Thank you very much.
Number one, credit goes to our Chief Minister here. And in our conversation with corporates as well, we get a feeling that they do feel that things have got a lot better. And I'm glad you spoke about the citizen interface, because my first question to you really was, in your conversation with citizens, do they really feel that much has changed? Has that radical transformation happened when it comes to interface of citizens with the government?
I think yes. Yesterday I was taking a review in Nasik, and when I took the review of two departments, one was revenue and other was rural development. So in the revenue, in last 9 months, they received 29 lakh applications for various services. And you won't believe, because this normally doesn't happen in India, but out of those 29 lakh applications, only 72 applications were not disposed of in a right time. Rest all 99.99% of the applications were disposed of within the stipulated time frame of Right to Service Act. This is changing. Even in the Rural Development Department, in one single division, out of 10 lakh applications, 99.5% applications were disposed of in a given time frame. The interfaces which we have created, like Aple Sarkar, which is a one-stop solution for all such digital initiatives, is actually transforming the entire landscape. People are interacting, people are telling, people are complaining, people are complimenting. And with technology, you have a capacity to do a concurrent audit. So you can point out, normally in governance, what we lack is that the one who doesn't perform is not punished, and the one who is performed is not welcomed. So this basic tenet of administration can be changed. With all the analytics, you know who has performed, who has not performed. You can improve. I think things are changing. People are realizing, although it will take a little more time because it's just a beginning and a long way to go. But I'm very positive about it.
The one point that you made, which obviously drew the a huge round of applause, was when you said that you're working towards ensuring that no citizen has to ever visit a government office. Realistically speaking, when do you see something like that happen?
I think a part of it has already begun. A larger part we'll be able to do on 2nd of October. And the system, because the back-end integration is more important. And to stabilize, it will take a year. But I'm sure within a year, we will be able to integrate all back-end activities. And then I will be able to claim that now, please don't visit any government office. Today, on 2nd of October, I would say my task would be accomplished 75%, but 100% it would take at least 1 year.
So well within your term for sure.
100%.
That's a commitment here from the Chief Minister. And in a sense, you'll do justice to the Prime Minister's pet theme of minimum government, maximum governance, because this is how that would happen. The point is that we spoke about challenges and how social innovation can bridge some of these challenges. The one challenge that grapples all of us here is public transport. I have a colleague here who's come from Bengaluru who needs to go to Kalyan in the evening, and I was chatting with her and I tell her, will it take her 3 hours, 4 hours? How do we solve this problem of public transportation, not just in Mumbai, but in the state of Maharashtra?
I think yes, and Mumbai is most critical. I think we have started many initiatives into increasing the public transportation systems. So on one hand, as rightly mentioned by the ambassador of Japan, they are collaborating with us, they are helping us. So we are creating a huge network of metro rail. The Metro 3, which is 30 kilometers, already we have given work orders. For Mumbai, a plan was rolled to create 160 kilometers of metro rail network. It was rolled out 7 years back. In 7-8 years, we could create 7 to 8 kilometers, not more than that. In last 1.5 years, we have given permission, all type of permissions for 150 kilometers of metro network. We have tendered almost entire network, and we have given work order of about 50% of that. And by end of this year, I think 80% of the network we will be able to give work orders and will be able to start the work. So there will be an entire metro system in place in next 4 to 5 years in Mumbai. At the same time, the suburban railway is a lifeline of Mumbai. And if you look at the way people travel, I think they also require to be given Padma Bhushan, because a person from outside of Mumbai, if you ask him to hop on a train at a prime time, it's impossible. So we are trying to enhance the capacity. We will be creating entire elevated corridor of suburban train from CST to Panvel and from Churchgate to Virar. And through that, the capacity would be doubled. Again, what we are really trying to do is, it's not just the transportation, but the integration of transportation is most important. One must have end-to-end solution. If I stand here and I want to go to Virar or I want to go to Kalyan, and on any of the transportation module, I go to a bus stop, I go to a railway station, I go to a metro station, and on a kiosk, I just enter that I want to go to Kalyan from this place. I must get end-to-end solution. It must tell me that look, from here, take the metro to this station, you will get a suburban train from there to this station, you will get a bus from this station, and you will be right on a place you want to go. This integration is important. We have started this integration. Soon we are bringing all the modes of transport on a single ticket with an integrated approach. And with the use of technology, once this is integrated, and if I know that yes, I am surely going to get a public transport, I will not just be standing on a bus stop waiting for a bus, but I would know that bus is right now here, in this much time it will come here, the train is here, in this much time it will be here. If this real time things are actually conveyed, everybody would be happy to use public transport. So on one hand, we are enhancing the capacity of public transport, and on the other hand, we are providing technological solutions to integrate it on a single ticket and to integrate it in a way that people will find end-to-end solution.
On a lighter note, I couldn't agree more with your comment on how people living outside Mumbai are paranoid about, about traveling in Mumbai trains. When I moved to the city 6 years back, for the longest time I was trying to muster courage to board a local. I finally did, but it was at 11 p.m. from the Bandra station. That's all I could do. So hopefully I'll be able to catch an 8 a.m. local as well. But the other initiative I want to talk about, Mr. Fadnavis, is the Mumbai Next initiative, which you've championed with an aim to transform Mumbai to a global financial and entertainment center. How has the response been to that so far? What's the progress that's been made?
No, there's been wonderful response. So we are into a stage of master planning, and many international financial institutions have approached us. They are ready to partner us. We have not yet started building the center, but today we have offers that can you book 17 floors for us? Can you book 50,000 square feet for us, or can you book entire building for us? So there's a huge response from the financial institutions for that, and I think soon we will start the International Arbitration Center, Mumbai International Arbitration Center, because all of us know that Mumbai is a business hub, but when I see that two business tycoons from Mumbai all the way travel to Singapore or London to have an arbitration, I lose money, they lose time. So why can't I create the same infrastructure here? And we have created. I think within 2 months, we will inaugurate the first Mumbai International Arbitration Center, which will be at par with any facility available globally.
The audience is certainly receptive to all that you're saying. You gave a timeline for when we will see citizen interface improve. But could you give us a timeline on when we will see a visible change in urban infrastructure? And by urban infrastructure, I mean commuting, the menace of potholes during monsoons. But when do you think there'll be a significant visible change for all of us here to feel when it comes to infrastructure, urban infrastructure in Mumbai?
I think the changes began. The underground railway network or the metro, which we are building with the help of government of Japan, that will change the entire landscape. It's a 30-kilometer network which is passing from absolute heart of Mumbai, and the construction will begin this year, and in phases. Actually it will require 5 years to complete the entire, but in phases we will start dedicating it, and I think that is one thing which will change. The overground or at-grade networks of metro, the construction has already begun. So I think the time which we require is only the construction period. And every single passing day, you will find a visible change into infrastructure of Mumbai. The Trans-Harbour Link, which will connect Mumbai to New Mumbai, entirely 22 kilometers sea bridge, that again is at the stage of awarding of a contract, and the government of Japan is helping us. That would open up the entire hinterland, because Mumbai will be connected to New Mumbai. And in let's say 15 minutes from South Mumbai, you will be able to reach the new international airport. And the entire hinterland being opened, the economic activity, the housing, the employment, the entire scope will be enhanced. So I think a lot of things have started, have begun, and soon you will see these changes on ground.
Just two quick questions, Mr. Fadnavis. One is that Maharashtra has also institutionalized a unique arrangement with corporates, where corporates have taken ownership of 1,000 villages, developed technology and infrastructure there. How do you bring scale to such initiatives? Because 1,000 is just too small a beginning. How do you bring scale to such an initiative?
No, I think the other day when, after announcing this initiative, we were talking, Mr. Mahindra rightly said that this is a prototype and it can be replicated. You know, you just need to create a prototype. Once a prototype is created, then the replication is very easy. And I must thank all the corporates. See, all of them were doing CSR activities, but the activities were in silos. So somebody was into education at 5 places, somebody was into healthcare at 10 places, somebody was into creating jobs at some other places, somebody was imparting skills, but at a different place. So what I told them, that can we converge? Can we come together? And with the convergence, and we said, we just don't need your money. Your money is also important, but what private sector can bring? It can bring innovation, it can bring efficiency, it can bring technology. And I think the government, when partners with the corporates, our own initiatives and their initiatives, if we integrate, then we can fast track this system. And once we transform 1,000 villages, it will create a prototype which I think can be taken to 10,000 villages and 20,000 villages as well.
Sure. Finally, Mr. Fadnavis, we have some of the brightest IT and tech experts sitting in this room. If there's one problem that you'd like them to solve in the area of governance, in the area of public administration, what would it be?
So I think the basic problem which I see is that over a time our IT capabilities have developed, and the technology has changed a lot. So there are certain initiatives which we are using are getting outdated. We want technological solution so that the data speaks. The problem is those things which have been digitized and the digital applications have been created 5 years back are not able to be compatible with what we are doing today. And we have records of 250 years, and those records, once digitized, let's say into revenue department, today, if they don't speak to the other data, to the other department, and if again we work in silos, I think then the digital innovation or the digital revolution will be incomplete. So I want the solution providers, all the innovators, to look at this so that data speaks to each other, departments speak to each other, the silos are broken, and the IoT which we today speak, that IoT is seen in real sense. That is one thing I would ask all the innovators to help us.
I'm sure the innovators here will take note. Thank you so much, Mr. Fadnavis, for that wonderful conversation and for throwing light on what are your priority areas. Thank you so much.